Hi and welcome to Online Appliance Tech. Today we're working on a GE French door refrigerator where the top fresh food section is warm. This is a common problem. The first thing you want to do is open the doors and fill the upper vent for airflow. If you feel airflow, that means your fan is working. Even though the fan is working, sometimes it's not working at the correct RPM. Another thing you can do is check the bottom for ice buildup. Sometimes you'll have a layer of ice and eventually the ice will melt because of the defrost heater that will turn on. However, if you're having symptoms of 40 to 60 degrees in your fresh food, I'm pretty sure you have a bad fan. So we're going to place this in diagnostic mode by holding these three buttons. Once the diagnostic mode appears, you'll see CH and TE on the left. And once 00 appears, go to test mode 47. Which is the DC evaporator fan motor. So press the crush to activate the test mode, and to deactivate this you'll just press it again. So once the test mode is activated, just open the doors once more and see if you feel any airflow. So if you don't feel no airflow, that indicates that that's your problem, and that's why your fresh food section is warm. So to deactivate, just hit the crush once more. And to get out of the diagnostic mode, we'll go to test mode 16. And to test any other type of test modes, you just go up and down this line. So say example, we will test 24, we press the crush button and it'll indicate it's in test mode. To get out, we'll just hit the crush, and to get out of fully diagnostic mode is 16, and hit the crush once and it'll just reboot the whole refrigerator. So this is a steamer I use to remove ice from the back. It's good to clean floors also, so I will leave a link in the description below for this part, or for this steamer I would say, if you're interested. So remove all your shelves. Remove your drawers, and this top panel just kind of slides out and lifts up. Okay, so you have two quarter bit screws, one on the right, one on the left. Remove these two quarter bits. The back panel that sits behind this basically lift up and out. And the reason I left this unit plugged in so you can see exactly what's going on. But I would like for you to unplug it from the get-go, just for safety reasons. Okay, so this is where the fan is located, and it blows the air up through the vents. A lot of times the styrofoam will get damaged and it will cause ice to basically build up and drop into the DC fan, which will destroy the fan. So here's the coax. Just disconnect this coax, our wire and harness. Move it to the side, and these two panels on the left, there's one gold quarter bit screw that you have to remove. So once you remove this quarter bit, you'll see here how it's slid into place. So you just basically slide this forward and it'll come right off. And on the right, you have to do the same thing, just be careful not to yank the coax in the process. Okay, so here you have 3, 4, 5, I would say you have 5 quarter bit screws. Remove this cover. And remove all these 5 quarter-bit screws. As you'll see in this video, I did forget one as I was trying to remove it. In some cases, like I said in the beginning of the video, these back panels are frozen fairly well, and you'll see like a frost come out, and it's not as easy to remove. So I recommend A, letting it defrost, or B, getting a good steamer to take care of it, or to defrost it before you remove it, because you do not want to yank on the E-valve and destroy it. So like I said, I did forget a screw, as you'll see here in a moment. And if you do have a steamer, also it's good to clean the back identicals. Make sure they're fairly clean to keep the efficiency down of the unit. So there's the screw that I missed. So obviously once I remove this one, it comes out fairly easy since I defrosted it also. So you're going to remove the harness on your far left wall. And just set this lower evaporator cover somewhere safe. And this is the evaporator fan harness. Sometimes it's good if you do have ice built up at the bottom or the drain line is clogged. It's also good to declog that while you're in the process, because when this thing goes into defrost, it could back up and go out the front door. So remove the quarter-bit screw here at the bottom. And you'll need some type of plastic to pry this off, which this one came out fairly easy, so wasn't that big of a deal. And this top cover has to come off, so it's good to have some type of flat head or something thin to get behind it or underneath it. So just kind of pull out and get up underneath it, and it should just pop right out. There we go. And you'll have one more quarter-bit screw at the top to hose the whole panel together. So remove the panel, or air duct, I guess is the correct way. So this is exactly what I was talking about. You have this bubble up, the foam is bubbling up, and it could hit the fan and not allowing it to spin, or also cause like a moisture to build up and drop into little pebbles of ice, which hits the DC evaporator fan motor and mess it up. So here's the new evap or DC evaporator fan motor. I will leave this in description below with all the other parts. When you do this job, a lot of people just replace the fan, which will fix the problem momentarily, but obviously if you leave your air duct in this condition, it will damage the new evaporator fan motor. And also there's a software update that you have to also do with this job for the new fan. And like I said, I will leave all these in the description below. That way you can get everything at once that you need. So I made a mess, well I actually messed up in this. I didn't remove the cover around this DC fan. I installed the fan without removing the cover. As you can see in the top right hand corner, this cover has to be removed from the old one and placed on the new one. So here, let me zoom in to the future a little bit, so when I took it back apart and placed it on the new one like you should have done from the get-go, or I should have done. So basically when you put this plastic cover around the new DC motor, you'll just basically slide it back into place, or slide it into the front cover. And just do this before you install it the first time. Like I said, I just forgot to do this, so I had to go back and do it. So basically this is how you would install it, but obviously with the rubber cover around it. And then you'll just tape this on the back of that evaporator fan motor. So just make sure you pay attention and look at the old one and compare it to the new one and make sure you line it up correctly. I guess is the best way to do so. And there you go. So to install these air duct, you can see how it has clips, and basically that's why from the get-go you would clip it out. Sometimes they come out easy and sometimes they come out, you have to kind of give them a little pry. So this little clip just clips in there into there, which it holds it into place. And then you'll just press in from the top to the bottom with your hand. Just take your time. It's also good to spin the fan blade with your finger to make sure there's no type of resistance. Plug in your coax. Then you'll take your 2 quarter-bit screws and just screw it into the housing of the fridge. And try to keep your wiring harness out of the water if you can. So this kind of clips in at the top first, and you clip it in a down angle. As you'll see, there's 2 little grooves that it slides into, 1 and 2. So actually, there we go. And just click it right into place. Make sure it snaps and it's not loose. Okay, so now we're going to install the evaporator cover. I recommend just going at a down angle first. Reinstalling your coax to the left side. And like I said, go in a down angle first and just gently slide it over the evaporator and just snug it against the wall. Or gently press against the wall. Make sure everything's aligned. You definitely want to make sure this part is sealed. If not, it will cause some type of ice buildup because of the heat and the evaporator being open like that. So just snug these in. Don't overdo it. If you keep it, like if you have a high power drill, it will actually strip this to a point where it will not even hold this cover to the housing of the fridge. So just snug it. Take a hand tool if you have to use it. But don't use a powerful drill and just strip out the hole, because then the cover will not hold against the wall, or hold into place, I guess you would say. Just After you install this cover for the harness, it just basically slides over and clicks in. Then these panels on the left and the right, so you just kind of line it up there and just press straight back, and it'll click right into place. This one you have the harness, so you have to run it through the hole first and then just find, actually it's this one up, yeah, turn this the other way. There we go. So just press it against the wall and just slide it back into place. It should click. Reinstall your 2 1/4 bit screws, the one on the left, one on the right. So this back panel just kind of slides right into place. That's pretty much it. In the daily panel, you'll just reconnect your coax, your wire and harness. Slide back and down to the hole. Just clicks right into place, or not really clicks, just slides right into place. Make sure everything's aligned. Gotta get my bit back. There we go. Okay. Same thing, just snug it, don't over tighten it, you'll crack it. Nice little flashlight I have here. Okay, so this is a software update. You have to update this software. So anytime you replace your fan motor, you have to update the software. And this is what GE states on their service bulletin. But don't be intimidated, it's pretty simple. So it's like a phone jack. You just click it in, and you click another side. First thing first, plug in the refrigerator. Once the refrigerator is plugged in, then you'll install this jack. So it's not this way, it's actually you have to turn it the other way, like this. So once it clicks in, you'll see that you have a green blinking light and an orange light on the right. Once the update is completed, the green light will be solid. So okay, so the refrigerator updated. It takes like 15 minutes and the unit will turn off and turn back on, so don't worry when this happens. So remove your jack, your phone software update. Check for airflow. You should have good airflow. There we go. So I hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe for more future tips and videos. Thank you.